Take 2. Home birth.
Yeah.
Don't say that long word you just couldn't say.
Yeah, I know. Tell you about it. So the home birth was Cal's idea. She didn't like the idea of being in the hospital. Like, they kind of freak her out and whatever else. Like, and I don't think anybody does, do they? So she come up with it and was like, yeah, we'll do it. It's fine. Like, and we went and got everything set up for it. But it was a lot different, a lot heavier than I expected. Yeah, like, because I can remember Little was 2 weeks overdue anyway, right? He was due on the 15th and he rocked up on the 28th.
Yeah.
But me and Cal were sat there eating a pizza and she was like, oh, I think I just wet myself. Right? And then
she's definitely going to have to watch this.
Yeah. And she was like, going upstairs and she was like, no, my waters are gone. And this is like 9 o'clock at night. So the pool and all set up in the kitchen, ready.
Yeah.
All the kitchen, all ready to go, like. And so we ring through and all that, and then eventually the midwives come out, and everything just happens so thick and fast.
It does,
do you know
man.
I mean? Yeah,
it happens so quick.
Like, I think from like 9 o'clock until around about 11 o'clock, it just built intensity, really quick. One midwife didn't turn up till like gone 12 o'clock at night. So, Cal did take a little bit of a dislike into the one midwife, which was a bit...
I hope she don't watch this.
No, it's just being honest. But with how things transpired, like, I was really happy that one midwife was there, because the one midwife was like really like straight to the point, no messing about, and the other midwife was a little bit more subtle, a little bit more, concerned about like how Cal's feeling. Do you know what I mean? Rather than it being a job. But anyway, like, so she went into full blown labour at like 11 o'clock at night then, right? And we had the pool filled and everything else and whatever. And we had some complications, right? Little got stuck and whatever. And basically, I'm going to have to stop saying aren't I?
No, carry on. It's natural. It's a natural conversation at the end of the day, so just carry on.
Basically, Little got stuck and we had to get Cal out of the pool. And the midwife, who wasn't the very nice, she just took over, mate. Like, and she just got things sorted.
Yeah.
But that moment in that home birth, when like they're talking amongst themselves about ambulances and this and that, and Cal was kind of like, she was in and out of it. She only had the gas in air. Like, she was using that to manage her pain. And so she could only remember snapshots of what was being said. But I'm so glad that midwife was there, because like she just acted and got the job done. So it was really like, I don't know, I feel like I've gone off point there, but
no, it's fine.
It's not what you expect. And we both agreed after that if we had another one, we'd still want to do a birthing pool and everything, but we wouldn't do it at home. Like, because there was one point after little man come out, Cal was, being attended by the one midwife, little man was being attended by the other midwife. And like, I was just sat there and it felt like everything was in the balance.
Yeah. Do you feel like a little bit lost then? Like you don't know what to do?
No, you don't. And I didn't. And like, I was sat there with Cal, reassuring Cal. Like, he came out, mate, he was just blue. No breathing, no nothing. He was just blue. And yeah, and like, I was sat there, Cal's kind of like waiting to hear him cry, probably. Like, I can only, because that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
When he eventually did, and they gave Little to Cal, like, the look on her face just changed everything, the tone of the situation. But there was a moment where I was like, everything's in the balance. They were on about ambulances and this and that. So yeah, home birth was and they don't tell you about the mess either, mate. My kitchen was trashed. Honestly, my kitchen was trashed. There was like stuff everywhere.
Yeah, I
like
can imagine.
So
I feel like we haven't had this conversation.
We haven't.
Yeah, like you haven't really, like, my next door neighbor, but we haven't really touched on this. So this is the first time I've heard this as well. But like, going back to little man being stuck, what's going through your mind at that point?
It wasn't really anything going through my mind at that point with regard, because I'm just focusing on Cal.
Yeah.
And telling her everything's going to be all right.
Reassuring.
Yeah, because that's just my job there and then. But it is one of the hardest things, and you'll be able to relate to it, right? And anybody who's gone through childbirth with their partner, watching the person you love go through that much pain, and you not be able to take it away from them. Do you know what I mean? I have to admit, there was quite a few times where she was in that much pain. I had to look away from her and quickly like compose myself and look back.
It's hard to see them suffering, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah. But as soon as they got that baby in their arms, it's like it was all worth it for them.
Yeah.
As you know, like it's just it. You know yourself. As soon as you've seen Tash with Atlas,
yeah, man, you can't describe it.
No,
I can't put it into words. I can't, man. It's just it happened so quickly. But as for obviously he comes out, and then what happens then? Did you obviously you went to the hospital then?
Yeah. So after they sorted Cal and the baby out, they basically said we had to go up the hospital to try and get him checked over and get Cal checked over. Mostly him. I don't know if you've heard of a thing called shoulder dystocia.
Yeah.
So basically, they wanted to check over that his shoulder wasn't damaged because I'm not gonna lie, mate. When they were getting him out, they weren't being gentle, at all. Like it was quite brutal.
Yeah.
And it was brutal to watch. So I can't even fathom how Cal felt going through it. But yeah, take my hat off to her, mate, because I can say now to any woman, like I couldn't go through that.
Yeah.
No way. I don't think many blokes would say they could.
No. And I don't want to take the light off you, but I think we were talking about something on my last episode, which was the procedure that Tash had to go through. And like she gave me some jip after the episode because I didn't remember what it was. But I can now tell you it was the manual placenta removal.
Oh, Jesus.
So that's ticked off my list because I got that right.
You're back in the good books.
Yeah, back in the good books now. So tell me about the different feeling of having a girl and a boy, like a daughter and a son.
Well,
because of the one, I'll let you carry on. I don't want to interrupt.
Well, there's 12 years between Little and Ellie Lou. I remember having Ellie Lou as soon as she was put in my arms, man. Like, just overcome with like, you're my daughter. My job in life is to protect you.
Yeah,
that was it. Like that's it. It's just like an instant thing. But with little man, it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't feel like I bonded with him straight away, and I feel like I'm only bonding with him now as we're starting to, play fight and starting to interact more and more. Now, I think there's a lot of reasons why that is the case. Do you mean like I separated from Ellie Lou's mum? So like, the time that I had with Ellie Lou, it was generally just daddy-daughter time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it was, I was 100% present, so to speak.
Yeah, creating that bond.
Whereas now, life's completely different. And like, I want to be there with him, but also the other responsibilities do take over. Do you know what I mean? Which is hard. So I think that bonding experience for me with little man is being like prolonged. Whereas obviously with Cal and him, it was just instant. Do you know what I mean? She's bonded with him for like 9 months whilst he was in the womb, and as soon as he come out and whatever else, like, which is to be expected.
Yeah, of course.
But as soon as he was born though, and I, did have him in my arms, I was like, this is awesome. Like it wasn't as if there was no feeling there. It's just a completely different feeling.
Yeah.
It's not, I have to protect you. It's more like, you're going to be a cool little dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I want to kind of like imprint the best bits of me onto you, and I want you to go from there and make it better. Like,
that's nice, man.
It's like, I'm not saying I'm brilliant or anything like that, but
But you know what you want from the get-go.
Yeah.
For him, you, like you said, you want the best parts of yourself.
Yeah. Which some people may disagree with, it is none, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's just a different feeling.
Mm.
So, and you might find out now, like if you and Tash end up having a little girl as opposed to another boy, you might come back and say, dude, you were right. It's completely different.
Yeah.
So.
And that's the thing. I still got a few months wait because we're not finding out. Surprise. Obviously, the same with Atlas. But yeah, it's exciting, man.
Good though. You wouldn't have it any other way though, would you?
No. Definitely not, mate. It's like every time I do an episode, like a week goes by, so we're getting a week closer.
Yeah.
And the feeling is just like it's different. I don't know what to expect, man. I don't know. Like I can't describe it. I really can't.
Yeah. But you're still in the swing of it all, though, aren't you? You know.
But I can relate to what you said about you're only just feeling like you're starting to create that bond now. It's like I've said this many times. Obviously, when I was working away, I didn't create no bond at all. That's what it felt like for me. But obviously now, because I'm home a lot, like I'm creating that bond.
Yeah.
Mate,
Well, it's like one of the things I was on about was feeling like a part-time dad.
yeah.
Now, I can honestly say, with Ellie Lou, like being with her, even though I was a part-time dad, only had her on weekends and some nights in the week and stuff like that. And obviously that's evolved over the years. When I was with her, I was 100% present. And we'd done things together. Like it was always a daddy-daughter day out. You know, we've rock climbed together since she was like 2-3 years old. You know, we've done jiu-jitsu together. We've done loads together. And we've just built this like amazing bond.
But you've got all that to come with him.
Yeah.
So you've got that to look forward to as well. And she's going to be there as well.
Yeah.
And your wife.
Yeah, definitely. But with him at the moment, it feels like I can't be that present because there's just everything else. Like
you've got a busy life though,
it.
mate. You've got your own business.
Yeah.
So it's like even more responsibility than just having a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah,
I'm sure you understand that as well.
Oh yeah. And like Joe said the other day, didn't he? When he was working for himself, was it Joe?
Yeah.
He said it was difficult. It was really hard.
Yeah.
You know, and I do find it difficult. Before we started this just now, I explained to you, like this morning, I nearly rang you and said, mate, my head's not in it because I had a stressful morning.
Busy morning.
Yeah. And now
it's a Sunday. This should be your family day. A Saturday and a Sunday is a weekend. It should be your time of family, shouldn't it? But other thing, you've got the responsibility as a business owner to keep the business running because you've got bills to pay.
Yeah.
You've got little kids to feed at the end of the day, haven't you?
Yeah, and it don't stop. And I know Cal feels a strain as well because obviously she runs her own business as well. And that's another like kind of unique challenge because with us both running businesses and the timetables and trying to make everything else. And I will say, like, she does everything with him. Like, literally, like, if he's got to be picked up from nursery, it's Cal that goes and gets him. You know, if he's ill for a day, it's Cal that rearranges work. You know, and she's amazing with him. And I don't think she'd have it any other way.
How do you structure it, like, with both running your own business and trying to work around him as well? How do you manage it?
Being honest with you, the only thing that I feel like I can effectively control at the moment is the business and the way that I run that to try and keep it successful, I suppose. And like the financial contribution that I can bring into the house to make sure that all that stays as it should. Whereas I'll openly admit everything else gets put on Cal. Like all the looking after him, everything gets put on her. Do you know what I mean? And like, I wish it was different, but it's so difficult to affect that change, you know? So, and because we're in completely different sectors of work, like it's not as easy for me to rearrange things with bigger jobs and stuff like that. Yeah. You know, it's like when you've been on big jobs.
Yeah.
There's time scales and everything else. It's, you know, things don't just stop. And then there's the impact on your reputation as a tradesman. Yeah. You know, negative impact if you start cancelling on people or.
And then it's just like, if someone says, oh, don't use so-and-so, they've cancelled on me.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you've got to prioritize your family as well, haven't you?
Yeah. And I'm kind of hoping that now that he's, you know, he's won next month.
I know it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone quick. I'm kind of hoping that things will become a little bit easier and whatever else. Like, the only day I get with him, it's just me and him and Ellie Lou, is on a Saturday when Cal goes to work and he's left with me, Ellie Lou, or just me. And it's great. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like we get to run Dad's house today. Yeah. You know, it's probably a little bit more carnage and nowhere near as structured as what Cal keeps it. Yeah, it's you know, it's just the only time that I get to spend with him, just me and him. So But I gotta admit, mate, Ellie Lou's amazing with him.
Yeah, I see her with him. Like she's always like out playing with him and stuff like that. But like that's really good, man. Like because it takes a bit of pressure off you and Kelly as well.
Yeah, it really does. When
Yeah.
she's about, she's more than happy, and we don't even have to ask her. She wants to be involved. She wants to, give him a cut. She wants to play with him. She wants to mess about with him, which is great. She even wants to like feed him. The only thing she draws a line up is she won't wipe a snotty nose and she won't sort his nappies out, which I wouldn't expect her to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's lush because it could have gone the other way. She could have been a bit like
She might have felt some jealousy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because she's used to having you all to herself. But like now, obviously, she's creating a bond with him as well.
Yeah.
She got that joy of a younger sibling.
Yeah, definitely. And it is, mate, it melts my heart to see when
imagine.
I'm stood back and I'm looking in at them two playing together, like, and just the laughter between them is just, it does fill your heart. And, that's just something else. I don't know. You'll know when the new one comes along, and
I'm looking forward to that.
It'll be awesome.
But obviously, it's not a big age gap, but like 12 years, and it's going to be different for me because it's only going to be a 2-year age gap.
Yeah.
But I think I'm hoping that I can leave them two to it, and they can just do their own thing because they're not massively apart in age.
No, you're right.
I mean, and like mine's due the day after Atlas's birthday, so that's crazy. I know, it's mad.
Although
timed it well.
If it lands on his birthday, save yourself a fortune, mate.
I know. Yeah.
It was
you have to share toys.
Yeah.
Feeling like a part-time dad. We've touched on that a bit already, don't we? And the work-life balance we've touched on. But tell me about the changing the relationship between you and Kelly through all this.
Yeah, it's not been easy. It's been tough. Like, it's not all sunshine and rainbows.
I totally agree with you. Totally agree.
It's put a strain on a relationship that I kind of expected, but the way that it's been, like, it's not a bad thing. Like, we're not in a bad place or anything, but I think it's just Cal's 100% like all for little man. She just is, and which is how it's.
I think I can say to you, it is like that for the first year.
Yeah,
like I see, and I understand why it is.
Yeah, and he like there's some days that like he's just inconsolable, just wants mum.
Yeah,
as soon as he sees her, that's it, and he's happy. It's crazy because she walks out of a room and he goes nuts. If I walk out of a room and disappear for a day, doesn't care. It's just, oh, look, there's that dude that lives here.
That's that bond and attachment he's created with his mum, though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I've seen that. I've seen that from my household as well.
Yeah.
It's normal, I think, mate.
Yeah. With the change in our relationship, I think a lot of it comes from priorities. So we look at things slightly differently now. As it should be, Cal prioritizes little man 100% of the time. Right, which is exactly what I want.
Yeah,
I mean, but I kind of feel that part of my role now is to try and maintain the relationship that me and her have got, because yourself, you probably felt it.
It's hard, mate. I'm telling you now, straight up, it's hard. And like, I struggle with it, and I still struggle with it now. But mate, you just gotta play on and just hope for the best.
All right, and here's a question for you. Do you feel like since Atlas has come along, you've lost a bit of Tash?
Completely.
Yeah.
Completely, mate. Mate, this will make me, I could go on forever. I could go on forever, mate. But like, sometimes you feel like, for me, I feel that she doesn't notice me. And that's not a dig. I'm not making digs at her. I love her to bits. But sometimes I feel like I'm not there.
Yeah, you're isolated. Everything else is happening and you're just off to the side.
Yeah, totally, man. Totally.
Yeah. So, and I get it, and I understand it. But my attitude is, right, the only reason we're in this situation is because the foundation of me and Cal built, the foundation of our relationship. So in my head, I'm like, well, I got to try and maintain that, because without that, none of this kind of matters, because it can all fall apart.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying that's going to happen. And 100% don't want it to happen, or or speak about it in a negative connotations or whatever. But it's just something that I'm aware of, and I don't know if that's because I've been through a separation after Ellie Lou was born.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And maybe those experiences have put that to the forefront of my mind, But yeah, again, when you try and have these conversations, sometimes that all that they're focused on is the little one, which is right.
Yeah, it's just understandable. But like for you to say like you notice it, the fact that you notice it, you can deal with it a bit better. Do you find that? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can do. Like it don't take a lot to like know that things are okay, does it? Like
No.
It doesn't, like, and dealing with it, you kind of think it's only temporary.
Yeah.
But
I hope so.
Well, so this goes on to like why I think it's important, because I don't know if you've got any friends who have gone through it and then 5-6 years down the line, they haven't got a relationship anymore because they've just been mum and dad.
But people don't talk about it though.
No.
That's the problem. People don't talk about it.
No.
And that's why we're doing this. This is why I set this up. Right?
Yeah.
Because they don't talk.
We've been out on one date since he was born. How's it? We've been on one date.
One date a year. Yeah, that's probably about right, mate. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But like we didn't do anything for Valentine's Day. We stayed home. Like I cooked food, and I Atlas went over Tasha's mum's, but he was unwell at the time, so he ended up coming back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But mate, it don't bother me. Like when he's not here, I miss him anyway. So I'd rather him be at home with us, man. I love it.
You know where he is. He's safe.
Yeah. But it's like now, just before you've come over, and like she's in there doing a bit of work, and he's over there with her mother. I'm like, it's too quiet in here.
Yeah.
I can't get used to that quietness. I used to love it. I used to love the peace and the quiet. And I'm saying I don't want peace now. We all want peace, don't we?
Yeah.
But at the same time, when your little ones are not there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They create the home that.
Yeah.
They create that. Like.
Yeah. There's like calm in the chaos, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm fed up with my house being a tip.
Same. I'm fed up with standing on toys. He's standing on his own toys now, so he knows how I feel.
Yeah. No, it doesn't even come in, and it's just like carnage. But
the thing is, you got a nice house. And mate, I got a nice house. I know I got a nice house, but like your kitchen, you got a big kitchen. I mean, you got big kitchens. The toys they cover 50% of the floor.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I can't, mate. It's just like if I'm tidying, he's getting more toys out. So I'm just going round in the circle.
Well, I saw the other day when I was over. As he's pulling ones out, you're putting
other
ones out.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
No.
I really wouldn't. No. But like, as for, like, do you feel like you're not noticed sometimes? Like, there's so much going on in your household, and you feel like you come home from work and you're not recognized as you walk in the door. Do you feel like that sometimes?
Yeah, there is some of that. Like, and the simple things can cure that. You come home and like Cal's sorting food out, or the little one's being a nutcase, or anything like that, and like I got to come in from work, and first thing I need to do, jump in the shower, get all the crap off me, or whatever else. Then it can do, and then the night just disappears away with itself, and before you know it, you're both laid in bed. You haven't had a conversation.
Yeah, you haven't had a conversation. You haven't had no time together.
Yeah. Or if you do have a conversation, it's kind of like half-assed.
Yeah, it's never finished.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not finished.
Yeah, you don't get into like a deep conversation or anything like that. It's just like, how's your day? Yeah, okay. And it's just pleasantries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've led that at night sometimes, and I'm like, how can you feel lonely in your own house?
That's deep, man. That's deep.
But you can.
But yeah, you can. Like just like sometimes I go to bed at night and I can't sleep just because there's so much going on in my head. Like there's a guy, Dwayne, his name. It's like the Dry Creek guy. I don't know if you've seen him like on a podcast or so, but he said, well, like your partner doesn't understand, and this is not word for word, but like there's 10,000 times more things going on in a man's head that you will ever understand.
Yeah, maybe.
I understand it. I get it, and I can resonate with that.
Yeah, like, and well, takes you back to like, running a business or having a workload to do or stuff like that. You can be kept up by thinking and planning tomorrow's work.
Yeah.
Dry running a job in your head, how you think it's going to work and this, that, and the other. But I wouldn't say I would think got more on my plate or more on my mind than Cal, because I know that like some nights I wake up and she's already up. She's up thinking about things, doing stuff or whatever else, or it's vice versa. She'll wake up and I've been downstairs since 12 at night, trying to get on top of paperwork or whatever else, or I just can't sleep. So yeah, but no, it is a weird one, that being in your own house and feeling a bit lonely, but as soon as
it's temporary, isn't it?
Yeah, but as soon as you get that little bit of affection from the kids or from the wife, it's like everything's fixed in that little moment.
But then that lonely moment can come back.
Oh yeah, it's not like one and done.
It's never going to be
cycles, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's like that.
Yeah.
It's like that, isn't it?
Yeah. So, and I think anybody, if you could say like, wave a magic wand and make everything perfect, you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If you didn't have to worry about money and you could be a stay-at-home dad, and you could just take away all the stresses and strains and responsibility of life and just build a perfect little family, I don't think anybody would turn that down.
No, we all want that, don't we?
Yeah.
But it's not that it's out of reach. It's like you've got to build something so you can have that kind of lifestyle. And that takes time, doesn't it? Everything takes time.
How do you feel knowing the new one's on the way then?
That's a good question. I feel like it hasn't sunk in for me. Like, and it didn't sink in for me when she was pregnant with Atlas until he was here.
No.
And then I still didn't feel like it sunk in for me. But like, to see her pregnant now, like she's 6 months, and I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, okay, 3 months, I got another one. And I feel like I got to start from scratch again.
Yeah.
Do you mean? And like the first couple of weeks was like really hard for me. Like everything was just turned upside down, and I'll be honest, bro, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't cope. I didn't know how to handle it. And I remember just being sat on the sofa the one day. I literally just started crying because I don't know what to do, man.
Yeah. So the reason why I ask you that is, me and Cal have spoken about another one and stuff like that.
Do it.
And
do it.
Yeah. But I've said to her, like, look, I need to know what that's going to look like. Like, I'm already feeling the strain with the work-life balance, with feeling like a part-time dad, with feeling disconnected from her, with feeling disconnected from Ellie Lou. And I'm like, what does that look like? How do we make it work? Where's the give and where else? And it took me a long while of thinking it before I could say it to her. And I did say to her, I said, I really don't think at the moment that I'm mentally robust enough to take on another kid. I don't think I got the capacity.
Love your honesty.
Like, and if Cal said to me, right, we're going to have another one because that's 100% what I want, yeah, I'd make it work. And I really would. But if I was being honest, yeah, I think I'd find it, like you just said then, I would find it difficult to come to grips with. But once I had, I'd kind of know the pathway to make it work.
Yeah, I think when I was at your stage now, with Atlas being your boy's age, I was just kind of like this period of time, and maybe like a couple of months afterwards, I was like, okay, I can kind of deal with this now. I've adapted to it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, maybe Atlas needs a sibling. And then from there, I was like, we had the conversation, and I thought, I ain't getting any younger. She ain't getting any younger.
Yeah.
We might as well just try for another one. And that happened really fast. And obviously, we got that one on the way. And I'm glad. And I'm glad they're going to be close together. But like I said, like I don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Like I'm loving the dad responsibility right now. Like I find it really hard at first, but the dad responsibility right now, I love it, man.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. I wouldn't change it anything. I really wouldn't.
I think one of my problems that I need to work on is my patience, because where I'm out of the house all day, like literally Monday to Friday, working, leave the house at like what, 7, half 7, don't come home some nights till, half 7 at night, 6, 7. Try and get home as best I can for like half 4. But still, by the time you come in and you do everything, like you haven't spent no time with the family.
Yeah.
You haven't spent no time with the little one to learn how to deal with the temper tantrums, and all the little quirks that they've got. And I feel like I haven't been able to do that with him. So I know my patience has got to be built up.
I think you will get it. I used to be like that, mind. Don't get it twisted. And I know there's other dads felt exactly the same. And you feel like it's not going to improve.
Yeah.
But it does. You just get to a point where it's like, okay, this is quite smooth now. And then everything just becomes this flow.
Yeah, see, look, now I've seen in Cal, like, since we decided we were going to have one, like, her whole approach to it was just like everything by the book. The way she wanted to do everything was by the book. Just like you and Tash, loads of research. I know her and Tash had loads of conversations about, like, becoming a mother and the ways to go about it and the best way to prepare your body and everything else. She done all that, and now, as soon as he was here, it was kind of like that mental change of preparing. I'm not saying it's carried her through, because I know it's been hard on her, and but she seems that she can ride it way better than I can. Like when he's losing his temper and he's having a fit, Cal can soften, come down to his level.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm kind of like, come on, dude, like, calm down. Telling him to calm down to work.
To be honest, I do it. I still do it now. But like, I'm not as bad as I used to be. I used to I'm not even gonna slag myself off on here, but I was bad.
Yeah.
I was really bad. But it just comes with time. Like it does get better, it does get easier. And like I know you got like Ellie Lou as well. And like it was a different time back then.
Yeah.
But like, mate, I promise you, it does get easier. You might as well just have setting another one now. You might as well just do it. Just do it, mate.
We had the conversation.
You're not getting any younger.
Well, no, I said I've had a thing. I won't have any more kids after I'm 40.
How old are you now?
So
you got no time to waste then, mate. Just crack on.
No, and I was honest with her the other day. I said, if we're going to do it, it's got to be before I'm 40. Bear in mind, I still feel the way I feel. That's not saying I don't want another one. That's not saying I do want another one. It's saying I know where I'm at, and I don't know what it's going to take to convince me either way.
I like your honesty, man. That's quite important that you say it like that as well. And I appreciate it. I do, honestly. Yeah, of course.
So, yeah.
But like, I think you're going to go through a period now. I mean, everyone's different, but for me, like, you might go through a period. I mean, as soon as the sun starts coming out as well, you feel a little better in general.
Yeah. I'm just going to take the fence panels off and send my kids over your garden.
Crack on, mate. Crack on. It used to be that way anyway.
Yeah.
My dog used to go in your garden. So the last one on here was, what do you want for your kids for the future?
Sounds daft to say that you want slightly different things for both of them, especially given the little man's so young. But if I had to say what I wanted for Ellie Lou, well, for both of them for a start, good moral compass. That's the main thing. And like, it's easier to have a conversation with Ellie Lou because she's older, and like I've tried to explain to her that the only thing you got in life that someone cannot affect or take away from you is your morals. Like, I'm not perfect. I've done things in the past that are wrong.
Same.
And people that judge me for them or whatever else. But as you get older, you kind of like learn there's only certain things that can be affected by other people, and that's your morals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I've tried to basically let Ellie Lou decide what she wants to do and what type of person she wants to be. But yeah, I like trying to give her a good moral compass. But I've explained to her that doesn't mean you won't get things wrong. That just means when you do get things wrong, you'll get that feeling or that pit in your stomach that goes, oh, I messed this up. Like, I've done somebody wrong, or I've, done something I shouldn't have done, and just have that, like, inner conversation with yourself. And it's not something that you can force them to have, but you can try and instill it in them. Like, I want Ellie Lou to grow up and just be, like, a strong individual.
Yeah.
And I've tried to tell her as well, and try to show her that you don't have to be, like, it's great to have friends and be a part of a group, right? But there's also strength in being an individual.
Oh, yeah,
You
definitely.
don't have to, like, click with everybody. You don't have to be liked by everybody, but knowing who you are and being strong in yourself, like, that's just going to pave the way for you to know what you want.
Yeah.
Without outside influence.
Have you had this conversation with her?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she understands.
Yeah, she does understand. And, like, sometimes I've got to change the wording or whatever else, but it is a conversation that we have, because when anything bad happens, we kind of sit down and go through it together, as far as I can see.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's Ellie Lou, like, good moral compass and be strong and be an individual. But it's the same with little man. Like, I wanted to grow up to be, strong and a good moral compass and stuff as well. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. You just want him to grow up to be, like,
just a good person.
Yeah, good person. Like,
Yeah.
you do with both of them. But
yeah,
it's just a different feeling, though. I think the way that I want him to grow up is different for Ellie Lou, but same. I don't know. It's really like strange to try and explain. I can't really put it into words.
I know where you're coming from, though.
Yeah.
And, like, for me, like, I've said it before. Like, I was a rascal when I was young. I just don't want Atlas to be like me when I was young.
No,
but, like, I think his world is different to what my world was. Like, I don't know if I was, like, a certain way because of, like, early school life. Like, not many people want to admit stuff like this, but, like, being bullied. Like, I've never told anyone.
Yeah.
Who wants to admit it?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to admit something like that. But I do remember it. Yeah. And, like, maybe that was what turned me, like, into a bit of a naughty kid.
Yeah.
But I also remember, mate, this is heavy. I remember being in juniors. Obviously, I can't say who the teacher was because they might see this, or someone might go back and, like, say something. But I remember being thrown into a table. Yeah, that was tough. I don't feel like I did anything wrong. I think me and my mate were sat on a table. I remember the kid who I sat with, and we were just laughing and giggling. But maybe we weren't listening.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That kind of stuff is not going to happen today, is it? It's not going to happen today. We're talking a long time ago. It was juniors. Mate, how old were you in juniors? It could be like 8, 9.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not very good with that stuff like that. I remember in the age I was that particular year.
Yeah.
But I remember that moment. And the reason that kind of stuck in my head, because someone was supposed to come on the other day. Unfortunately, they had to cancel. But I know he was a teacher for a long time, same guy. But he was a teacher in the high school. But it made me think about the conversation I was going to have with him and about the school system and, like, how things are today in comparison to what they were back in the day. But what I've just mentioned, like, that's been lingering on my head the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Because I knew I was going to have someone who was a teacher for a period of time.
Yeah. But I think...
And it's done my head in the past couple of days. I'm not even going to lie, man.
Yeah. See, and I do think... I think anything that happens to you, like, don't matter if you're a kid or an adult, like, it will affect you. Yeah, like, and I believe everyone goes through some stuff that they're never going to talk about. They don't want to talk about. And where else? Like, Ellie Lou's always been told, if something happens, like, come to me. Like, whoever you go to somebody, but if you're in big trouble and you can't get out, like, come to me.
Yeah.
And whatever. And, like, yeah. So I wouldn't want to find, like, her to find herself in a situation where she don't feel like she can speak up about something that happened. Because, call me a bit pessimistic, but I don't think we live in a nice world.
We don't.
Like, I think kids today, they're too soft without you know, tarnishing everybody with the same
yeah,
brush,
I know where you're coming
right?
from. Yeah.
So I don't think kids have got the resilience that what our generation had and the generations before us. Do you know what I mean? Like, and there's that whole thing in it, like, you know, soft times make soft people, hard times make hard people.
Yeah.
You know, and I do believe that we're in such a soft period for like the way that the word I want to use is mollycoddled, and like I do feel like there is a lot of that going on. You know, we were left to our own devices a bit. We had to figure things out.
Yeah, we could just go out though. Like, we could just go out in the street until the street lights come on, and then I was told to be home. But like this, like you say, we don't live in a nice world. There was a lot less cars on the road back then when we were younger. So like you got that today. There's a higher risk of being run over. If kids are running around the street today, but you don't see kids running around the street today.
No,
do you mean it's a completely different time?
No, you don't. But I don't know. I kind of think that everybody wants to wrap their kids in cotton wool, but I've got a very firm belief that my job as a parent is to prepare them for
the big bad world.
Yeah.
Because I see how you are with little man, just a little bit rough, like, but it's good. It's good. I think I agree. I understand what you're doing.
But like, I've always been the same with Ellie Lou as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I'll try and give him all the same opportunities. Do you know what I mean? To like introduce them to like sports and, you know, combat sports and anything they'll get their teeth into that'll benefit them in life. You know, just so they can, because as a dad, right, I've always been aware that at some point in time, possibly in the near future, when I get into my 50s, 60s, right, I'm going to be faced with the morality that I'm no longer physically able to protect my family the way that I should be able to or want to, right? So the only thing that I can do to combat that is try and make sure that they know how to look after themselves.
Do you think we're going from, like with like our kids now, do you think we're going from the soft time to the hard time? So our kids might just be that little bit tougher going forward.
It's a difficult conversation to have and a difficult question to answer without getting into the political landscape. Which is
not a political show.
No, it's not, and it's not. But like, we know that the things that can happen that are outside of our control, which won't just affect our generation, it'll affect our kids, and for better or worse at the moment, we don't know. And yeah, again, being a bit pessimistic, my attitude has always been to most things, prepare for the worst. Anything better is a bonus.
Yeah.
Right? And that is quite a negative outlook on things, but if the worst happens, you're not surprised.
Yeah. Do you feel like you stress about things that you can't control? This is something I'm trying to battle right now. Like, I don't want to stress about the things that I can't control because I want to fully focus on the things that I can control. If that makes sense.
By nature, I think I'm a problem solver. And Cal will have a go at me for it. Cal's like, you can't solve everything. Like, but I will spend a lot of time overthinking something that I cannot affect, which is frustrating.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I'm a control freak, maybe. Like, I don't know. But yeah, like, I would say, yeah, I do think about things that I can't control, but it takes me a long time to realize I can't impact the outcome.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Totally.
Trying to plan a future for your kids.
Yeah, plans don't really work, man. I've noticed that. Like, you can try and plan. You can say, oh, you got this 5-year plan in your head. It's not necessarily the case, though, is it? It doesn't work like that. Well,
being honest with you, me and Cal have talked about kids for quite a few years. You know, ever since we've been together. We've been together just gone 12 years now. And we had the conversation when we first got together. Cal had her plan and her, her direction in her head, and the kids just weren't on the agenda. But by the time Cal came to me and was like, I want to have kids, I thought the ship had sailed. I thought it wasn't going to happen. Right? And maybe it took me a while to adjust.
Yeah.
And figure out what that landscape was going to look like. So that was something I know I struggled to deal with.
It's just a change of course, man.
Yeah.
That's all it is, really, isn't it?
When I got my head round it, it was cool. Like
Yeah.
It was like, okay, right, what do we need to do to like prepare ourselves and this, that, and the other, and everything else. But yeah, just having that, it felt like a curveball thrown in. I was kind of mentally, I was like, right, I'm running my own business. That's my focus, this, that, and the other. And then, Cal comes along with that. And I would have never have said to her, oh, no, I don't want to have kids. Because I've always been honest enough to say to her,
yeah,
if I had the opportunity to have a family with you, I would love to. Like, why wouldn't you want to have a family with the person you love the most?
At the same time, how many times have I said to you over the years, I don't want kids?
Oh, yeah.
Well, come on, let's be honest. A fair few times, isn't it? A fair few times.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, like, I make the decision to have it, and it's like, oh, why didn't I do this sooner?
Yeah.
This is the best thing ever.
If I had to say, speaking on behalf of Cal, if she had one regret, and it's only because she's said it to me directly, is why didn't we do it sooner? And I agree. Like, because my energy levels now ain't nowhere near what they were when Ellie Lou was born.
Yeah.
Like, I was 25. So, I was
completely different.
Yeah, I was only a pup myself.
Yeah, completely different.
But, yeah. But I will say, feel wiser a bit. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nothing scared me about having another kid, so to speak.
Yeah, because you've been through it.
Yeah.
You've been through it already. And it might have been a while ago, but you've been there, man.
Yeah, the day-to-day running of like having a kid didn't like phase me, but I'll tell you what I wasn't prepared for was like how Cal took control like of everything. Like, she knows how she wants things done. Everything's got to be done like kind of how she sees it or whatever. And this is not slagging her off. This is just like she knows what's best for him.
Yeah. It's because she's like Tasha though, like done the research.
Yeah.
Like done everything. Thing is, as soon as you find out your partner's pregnant, they're super excited, and I think that research starts then.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do you mean they know?
One of the things that like we did, like on Cal's part, she made sure her body was like physically primed to do it. So like I think she went through a whole list of like checking vitamin levels and stuff like that. Even to a point where she found out that she was overdosing slightly on like a certain vitamin. So she had to, I think it was vitamin A, probably wrong, but
just had to dial it back.
She had to dial it back, and she had to bring it all the way back down. And she was like, we're not trying until like all these things like come in line.
That's good, man. That's really good.
And I said to her, all right, then being, mindful of my age, right? I was like, if you're going to go and put yourself through all of this, then the least I can do is go and make sure that the old boys are swimming.
Yeah.
And I did.
I knew something like this was coming.
No, mate, honestly, I did. So we got like a test kit online from a company called Exceed, right? Yeah. And basically you give them a sample and they check everything's all right.
Yeah.
So like, and I think that knowing Cal had done everything she could to prepare herself, and knowing that like everything seemed okay for me, like, mate, she caught it in like 9 days.
Wow.
Like, it was rapid.
Yeah.
Like literally rapid. And we were like, oh my God.
Like everything aligned.
Yeah.
Everything aligned.
Yeah.
Like,
but we had one rule, and like this is a rule that I'm not saying it would change for everybody, but listening to a last few of your podcasts, right? How many of them have said that they were going down like the route of IVF, or they were having problems conceiving, and then as soon as they relaxed and kind of give up, not so much give up, but knew that it happened naturally.
Yeah, naturally for Kyle.
Yeah, I I think to myself, like, and I said to Cal, like, there's no pressure on it. We don't put any pressure on it. I just think that you can work yourself up so much and you put that much stress on yourselves that it can affect being able to conceive.
I never thought of it like that, but I see where you're coming from now. That actually makes sense.
It's just one of those things. But I had the same thought process with my ex as well. Do you know what I mean? Not that I want to bring that all up. But yeah, it was kind of like that was my one rule that I kind of like said to Cal. And back then as well, it was like no pressure on it.
No pressure.
Yeah. So
fair play, and it all worked out.
Yeah, it did. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't know how. Maybe I've jinxed myself now, and maybe if we try for another one, something could change. I don't know. But yeah, it is a shame when you hear for people who want kids so badly, and you know,
but what you've just said, I think if someone can take something from that and it helps them, hopefully it can work for them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Strange, isn't it? The way everything works.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to touch on before we wrap it up?
Not really, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think I've said enough.
Yeah.
Like,
so have I. But really good episode again, I think.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I don't know, mate. I have got to watch it.
You've got to watch it back. You've got to watch it back before I can even post it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like, for me, I can only ever give credit to Cal.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't be left to do what I got to do.
They do everything. I've said that. I think I've said it on every episode. Like, the women know what they're doing. They do all the research. Yeah. They do all the carrying. They just they're born for it at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't take anything away from her.
No.
She's amazing.
Yeah. But thanks for coming on, bro. Appreciate it.
That's all right, dude.
Legend. Top man.